sticking with that, how do you cope with things when things get tough, like a mindset? Have you got any mantras you say to yourself or do? Or
so I think with everything, one of the first things that you need to do is to accept it. I know I can look at my training program, or I can look at a race, I can almost pinpoint where it's going to hurt and where it's going to get tough. And you can do the same thing if you're on exercise, right? Day one of no sleep, night one of no sleep, fine. Night two, miserable. You know it's going to start hurting there. And it's the same when I'm running. So I get to, let's say, a certain race, a certain climb in a certain race. Like, right, I know this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be feeling sorry for myself. And then when it happens, I've accepted that it's going to happen. I'm like, right, well, it's here now. You knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
So you've just got to deal with it. And like, I used to get a little bit anxious on the start lines, and I guess a bit of what people would overcomplicate and call imposter syndrome, where I just basically felt like I didn't belong because I had done a couple of races and that was it. Whereas actually I've got as much right to be there as anyone else, and as anyone. If you put the hard work in, if you put the hard graft in, then you deserve to be there. And it's only yourself who can be the judge of that. And you can't measure yourself against other people because you don't know what they've done. They don't know what you've done. And let the legs do the talking rather than everything that's going on around you. And I trust everyone around me. I am not the best nutritionist. I am not the best coach. I am not the best strength and conditioning instructor. So what I have done is I have gone to the people who I think are the best. And by that, I mean the people who are the best for me.
Yeah.
And I've started working with them so I can be as good as I possibly can be. And I'm not being afraid to ask for help. And I think that then really helps mentally, that actually I've got other people who I'm not necessarily holding accountable for when things get tough, but actually when things are getting tough, these people have put everything
invested.
This should work. This will work.
Yeah.
So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Keep going. Just don't stop, because every step you take, you're getting close to the finish line. And imagine how crap it's going to feel 10 minutes after a race where you've not achieved what you wanted to achieve, or you've DNF something, because you're the only person who's got to deal with it 10 minutes after.
Yeah. That's like a light switch going off in my head. That resonates so true with me, what you said there. Like when I was I've done many ultras, but I've never like trained seriously or been coached or done anything. Like I've just completed rather than competing. And when I was like, I'm going to be a semi-serious run, I was like, right, what's the goal everybody aims for? Is sub 3 hour marathon flood, right? I'll go for that. But everybody talked about hitting the wall at 20 miles, 32K. And for me, when I tried it first, it didn't come. But then when at 35, I hit the wall, I wasn't expecting it. And it sort of threw me out, and I run 3:01. But then when I went back the next time, I was like, there is no way that wall's going to beat me at 35K. I said, like you just said there, I knew it was going to come and I was ready for it. So then I run 2:57. So like there's a light switch moment there. This resonated with me too. It's like I knew it was coming. I was expecting it.
Yeah, and I think it's so important, because you can be afraid of these things. But I look at it in a very military way. And you look at, there was something, I'm probably going to get this all wrong, but like a risk register. Yeah. And with a risk, what do you do when you're a risk? Do you accept the risk, or do you reject the risk, or what you do? And I see it is the same with this. Like, you've got to accept it. And if you don't accept it, if you're going to reject the pain, then find something else, because these things are going to hurt. Not hurt as in you need to get injured. But mentally it's going to be really tough, not just during the race, but in the training, because you're going to end up making a lot of sacrifices. And then when you get onto the race, and if you think, this is actually getting a bit too tough, I'm going to quit now. So, well, think about all the hard sacrifice, all the early mornings, all the late nights, all the missed birthday parties, the times that you've pissed off your missus and things.
All the early mornings,
Yeah, exactly. So you're the only person who can make yourself do it.
Mega.
And believing in that is key.
Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you do, then why not watch one of these 2 previous videos with Tom, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.